Hey everyone, it's Finn here, SDGC Live at PAX West. I'm here with two of the main people behind Alterium Shift. Gentlemen, why don't you tell everyone who you are and what you do on the game?
My name is Matzi, or my first name is Jeff. I am the lead developer, story writer, and president of Dratzy Games.
And I'm Jacob, I'm the art director of Dratzy Games.
And so, what is Alterium Shift? Because you got to start with the elevator pitch. Tell people why this dope little game is so cool.
Alterium Shift is a retro-inspired JRPG. It's inspired by classics like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VI, Breath of Fire, all the SNES games with a little bit of PS1 era games thrown in there for fun. One thing that we like about it is it feels like a retro game, but has some modern elements that you didn't see back then. You have 3 different characters to choose from. You have some choice-driven dialogue that's there for flavor and experience. You've got an idea of being able to go back and play as a different character for a different experience, and a lot of other little modern twists put in there for fun.
Is this, so the games that you've referenced, but then you mentioned PS1, but you didn't give me any examples. What PS1 games are we pulling from?
Yeah, absolutely. Breath of Fire 3 and 4 are some of my favorite PlayStation 1 games, just because they use the 2.5D perspective.
Yeah.
I believe probably Breath of Fire 4 is my favorite, just because it looks like an art piece. It's probably the best looking PlayStation 1 game ever.
It is a beautiful game.
Yes.
So, how long has this game been in the works, and like how lengthy of an experience are you going for? Are we going for the like 80-hour epic? Are you going for a short? Because Chrono Trigger is not a very long game, but it has a lot of replayability. Like, what were you shooting for?
Originally, we were shooting for a total about 15 to 20 hours. What's turning out to be more of the reality is each character path will be 15 to 20 hours. And if you go back and play as the other characters, it's probably going to be somewhere around 30 to 35 hours. Because we're going to put some things in there to make the other paths a little bit shorter, so you don't have to, go play the whole thing through to get to the end.
Nice. See that? You respect players' time, and I appreciate that.
We are considerate of it, but it is an RPG, so there is some reading and some choice making.
Well, reading. Ooh, I don't know about all that. So.
Reading, yes, I know.
So, how would you characterize the battle system? Because you can't talk RPGs, especially classic RPGs, without a battle system.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really a retro style battle system, turn-based. So, like the classics of Final Fantasy VI, and even up to like Octopath Traveler. We have a turn order display,
nice.
So you can see the future turn. We have like a limit break style system, like in Final Fantasy. We do plan on adding a combo system as well. That's like kind of like Chrono Trigger, where you can use 2 moves at the same time to do a special attack with 2 characters.
Nice.
Yes, and I'd like to add that our current combat system is more basic than we want. We are working on a revised system that will add a lot of more new features and capabilities.
Which is your favorite of the 3 characters? Who should we care about more?
I wrote all 3 characters.
So you should know intimately which one's better.
Sage is my most fun to write because Sage is snarky and sarcastic and tells a lot of puns. And so I always like to add little jokes and tweaks in there and watch people respond to it. I do like all the characters personally, so I'm curious to hear what Jacob says.
Yeah, a Pyra for me, for sure. I am, anytime I play a game, I'm always playing a tank or some kind of damage dealer, so naturally I gravitate to Pyra. Also, she's freaking cool and uses fire. So
there you go. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
What platforms are you shooting for right now?
So currently it is on all PC platforms. It's also certified on the Steam Deck because it is on Steam right now for early access. We have a Switch build that has a lot more work to be done on it. So our goal for launch is at least Steam with all PC platforms, Steam Deck, and Switch.
Okay.
We're also looking at PlayStation and Xbox, but we're not guaranteeing that for launch yet.
Of course. So the name though, Alterium Shift, I assume it's relevant in some way to the game. What is the name derived from?
Well, the whole concept of the game is based on this world that looks like it's a flat 2D world, but it's 3D. And I like the idea of shifting the camera around. And so we wanted to come up with something that emphasized the idea that the world could change. The word alter This is how game names come, right? Like,
Sure
it's kind of
is.
dumb, but you just pick something that explains what it is. Alterium is the essence of things that change, and shift is the shifting of your expectations and of the world.
Strong unobtainium vibes right here.
Exactly. The next thing we're gonna do is go to another planet.
So I don't want to take up too much of your time because you always have people at the booth. Where can people follow the progress? Obviously, like you said, it's in early access, but is there a social channel they can follow updates on, or you, or the company?
Yes. So we are on Twitter, X, as people like to call it nowadays.
No one likes to call it that.
Whatever. Our handle is just Dratzy. It's also easy to find us at alteriumshift.com, or you can look on Steam. We tend to try and get people into Steam and find our Discord and our other connections. So there's many different ways to find us. Just look up Alterium Shift or Dratzy Games. I'm sure you'll find something.
How large is the team?
It's just us.
Damn.
We do have an amazing composer named Jonathan Shaw, based out of the UK. He is a contract composer.
Nice.
And we have Handoon Games as a developer that does some of our little more intricate work, who's really helpful. But yes, it's basically us doing the majority of things.
That makes my joke about you doing all the work and you taking all the credit even more like important.
Oh, but he does all the pretty stuff. So if it looks pretty, it's his fault. If it's broken, it's my fault.
There it is. We like to end on a very important question, and some might say it's the most important question you'll be asked all day. I'm going to ask you both, and then I need you to just answer without thinking. It's a gut reaction. In your heart of hearts, if you have to choose cake or pie,
Oh,
Cake, easy.
I like pie. I like cake. I like anything. Oh, I'd probably do cake. Oh, yeah.
I'll allow it. I'm a pie guy. I'm not going to hold it against you
That
or
was
the
a pretty
game.
pie in the sky question.
Is cheesecake a pie? I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe?
is
No.
pizza a pie?
There you go.
Anyway, thank you both very much for your time. Game's dope. I had no idea it was already in early access, so that's a nice
It's on sale
surprise
now.
for me. Buy it now. I don't know.